Hey, I'm Melanie, creator of Life Architech, and welcome to Money Flow. I created this template to manage my own personal finances because I was hesitant to give a budgeting app, or any platform for that matter, access to all my financial accounts, even though I like the features they offered. So I recreated all those financial management capabilities in Money Flow, such as tracking and categorizing income and expenses, monitoring recurring expenses, payments, account balances, and financial snapshot, and setting financial goals. I also created a debt reduction calculator to explore projections on how soon I could pay down my debts based on different repayment strategies. I've been using this template for almost 2 years now, with minor tweaks here and there, and definitely feel a greater sense of control and authority with respect to how I'm managing my money. MoneyFlow is a one-page template, so instead of having different pages for different functionality and a navigation structure to get to those pages, all the features are easily accessible, but still conceptually separate through the use of these toggle headings. In general, I've placed the sections that you're likely to interact with more frequently higher in the page. Since most of the template is table-based, which is not optimal to work with on a phone, at the top are quick action buttons designed for use on mobile devices. Next to that section, there is another convenience area for links to your financial websites. I also set up these three highly visible information as inspiration type sections. The snapshot is a summary of your income and spending amounts. The goals section shows your progress at a glance to keep you motivated and accountable. And if you're using the traditional budgeting approach, this section shows your remaining monthly budget by category. If you prefer, you can keep these sections closed, move them around by using the block handles, or even delete them altogether. If you aren't using the budget by category method, you won't use this section anyway. Moving down the page, you see sections for each functional area, which I cover in detail in the video lessons. A calendar view of upcoming unpaid expenses is at the bottom of the page, just above your databases. The embedded video lessons start with some basic template setup, then proceed to cover each functional area from the template sections. The setup videos cover changing currency, adding accounts, configuring pay periods, and defining your budget. The only one that is mandatory before you start using this template is adding accounts. All the transactions you record are linked to an account, so you'll need to create at least one to get started. If your currency is in dollars, you can skip the video on setting your currency because this template uses dollars. If you get paid monthly at the start of the month or don't have a regular pay interval, you can skip the pay periods video. But you should watch the hiding pay periods video, which shows how to hide their related views and attributes. I suggest hiding fields in databases that you don't think you'll need instead of deleting them, because a lot of this template relies on relation properties. A field that you might not use could be involved in a calculation that no longer works correctly if the field is deleted. In the case of entire databases like the pay periods database, you may not use it now, but if your life situation changes in a year, it's easier to ignore it now and hide the views than to rebuild and reintegrate it later. The budgeting video describes the two different methods of managing your budget that MoneyFlow supports, but setting a budget is not essential to use this template. Or maybe you just want to get started tracking money in and money out, so feel free to skip that video now and revisit it later. So one final thing before getting started, I want to explain some terminology that you might hear me use, especially for those of you not familiar with databases. In a Notion database, creating a new entry in a database actually creates a new page. However, you may hear me refer to a page as a row if we're looking at a table view. I might also refer to a page as a record or an entry, consistent with treating the data structure like a traditional database. Similarly, where a traditional database has columns for attributes or fields, in Notion, these would be properties, so I may refer to them as fields, properties, or attributes in these video lessons.